welcome back to the common room. That was Fine for Fighting Superman, better known as It's Not Easy.
I'm more than a bird, I'm more than a plane, I'm a bird plane, yeah, mother flippin' bird plane, yeah.
You've taken that from the Axis of Awesome.
The Axis of Awesome are awesome. I love them. I saw them at Adelaide Fringe a couple of years ago. They were awesome.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, they're quite good too.
But that song, he whines way too much. It's not easy being me. Oh, boo-hoo, get over yourself.
Anyway, Ash, have you ever been in a situation where you've been in an argument and I better hold my tongue here, otherwise it's going to get nasty?
I think everyone's been in that situation, and you know what the best thing to do is? Hold your tongue.
Yeah, everyone hold your tongue. Well, guess what? It's happened in the AFL world, on professional sport, and basically, to give you some context, the GWS Giants have lost a lot of players recently to other teams, whether that be financial reasons, they want to get senior opportunities, they want money, yada, 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 all those reasons, right? And so, of course, there's a lot of stories that come from this, that get published and everything spoken about. So Mitch Cleary, who's an AFL journalist for AFL Media, does a ripping job, in my personal view, probably if one of the best journos out there. Basically, he had written these stories, and the GWS social media account handler, let's call him, may have had a bit of a dig.
Ooh, oh dear. What does he say?
Twitter.
Is it regrettable?
Well, this was back in April. Good to see you're hitting your quota of daily Giants contract stories. Sleepy face emoji. 7 names in a 9-minute podcast is a good effort. Mitch Cleary's gone back at them. When they stop leaving, we'll stop talking about them. And then they went on to say the official AFL website this week is Jezza to Geelong. Where did Cogs nearly go? A team of ex-Giants. Williams as gettable. Perryman as fascinating case. And it's only Thursday lunchtime. So, quite a bit of a public spat, you know.
Yeah.
You should probably stop. We're now in October. Their biggest player has just announced that he's leaving. Another one.
And who's this one?
This is Jeremy Cameron. He's one of the most paid, their most expensive, arguably their most expensive player, their best player, and he's off to go to Geelong. So, that tweet hasn't aged very well for that, social media. And I want to think, has there been situations where you've been, or many of you been in those situations, where there's times where something hasn't aged very well, or something you just wish you held your tongue, or is it the other way? Are you glad you not held your tongue? Because my question is from this: how far do you go in an argument?
That's a hard one to say.
And when do you know to stop?
That is also hard. Once you're in the moment and you see red, it's hard to stop.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I try and avoid all of these. I just avoid arguments. If someone's got an opinion that they want to shout about, go ahead, do whatever you want to do. You can either get it wrong, or you can come back to me and complain about it. And then I can say the best words in the English language. I told you so.
Well, the reason I brought it up wasn't just because of that great tweet that we've seen that hasn't aged well. I may have had an argument during class with a student. It may have got a bit heated. And that's the first time I've actually laughed at someone during class.
No.
And
Well, let's not name them, but
I'm not going to name her. We were in law and ethics class, and we'd been talking about the sport and like how the politics have been raising. And I was making my point of how the NBA, in my opinion, have done a really good job of making a difference for the Black Lives Matter movement. And let's say it got a bit heated when he, in the middle of my points, decided to say, I don't think politics and sport should mix.
I mean, they quite clearly are mixing, so whether you think it should or not has nothing to do with the fact that it is.
I may have laughed really loudly and said, entertain me how your unrealistic view might be seen. And I wondered, did I go too far? Just because this argument went for 18 minutes.
Wow.
And
Was it just a shouting match, or was there like good points being discussed each side, do you think?
it was good points by me.
Good points? As we... Of course there were. Of course there were brilliant points being made by you. He was just saying lunatic things.
It turned into a bit of a tennis match. I just saw people's heading close going left, going right, going left, going right.
It's very funny when you see that from the third person, like happening to someone else, and you're like, ha ha ha, I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, so, have you ever been involved in one of those situations where you've like kind of just stopped everyone else, like, bugger you, that's it, you have pushed me too far.
I don't get pushed that far, but when people have a point and they want to make that point and you cannot change their mind, it can be a problem. I have been told that I am gay at a bar.
You're married!
Well, this was before then, when I was clean shaven and a younger boy. This guy was trying to chat me up at a bar and he kept buying me drinks and saying, no, you're gay. And I'm not gay. No.
Yeah. Oh, we're not laughing. We're not laughing at like being gay or anything. We're laughing just the idea that you're being told this. Even though
I'm being told.
You've got the ring.
I'm being told this. He's convinced of it. He's like, no, you do musical theatre. You're into theatre. You're into that sort of thing. You must be gay. Look at the colourful clothes you wear.
Jeez, that's a bit stereotyping,
Like,
isn't it?
well, I'm not, and I don't know what to tell you because I'm not. But I'll take the free drinks. Thank you. Because yes, he was trying to chat me up.
You didn't lead him on, did you?
I was not leading him on. I was saying I'm not gay, but thank you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in that situation, it's nice, but you know, you don't. Do you assume?
I think he just
I
thought,
thought it would be rude.
no, he's just trying to play with me. He's just saying he's not gay, so I don't have to talk to you. But no, it's not the case. It's not the case at all.
I just, you know.
But when people have these ideas in their head that they think they're right, you cannot talk them down from it. It's like all these people, you know, anti-vaxxers and 5G and flat earthers, like you give them facts and they just go, no, your facts are a conspiracy by the government or something.
I don't understand. It's basically because they don't understand it. That's what I would say. It's because they have a lack of understanding in
Or
that.
don't want to understand
Or
it.
they don't want to understand it and they just instantly pick something else. It just blows my mind.
Like how people's arguments can be manipulated, like turned on their head just to fit their own hypothesis. When you get these in group assignments, this is my advice. Let them go and do their own thing.
Yeah.
Have a backup just in case, because
Yeah.
those sort of people are usually wrong.
Yeah.
If you've got a strong opinion about
I wasn't
anything,
in
you
my
are
situation.
always wrong. That's my theory.
I wasn't in my situation. Do you remember that one in performing arts that day?
Yes. Is that when you hit that guy?
No. One, I never hit someone. I never. It's all rumour. That will come out in the LPP podcast. We'll do it. Anyway, basically, in the performing arts class that me and Ash were in, we were getting punished. It was around, it must have been around 7:30 at night, maybe 8 p.m. We were doing
It was late. It was very
that
late.
rehearsal.
Yeah.
It was late, and we weren't putting any energy into the rehearsal. We were done by that point, and I remember the tutor at the time had a big go at us. You have got great facilities at this time. Some of you may be one day rehearsing in warehouses that stink, that used to have asbestos in it. And he went, you know, if you want to be actors, if this is why you are here, then you will get through this. You will rehearse with all your energy. And at that point, someone put their hand up. I'm not going to name the person. I just think it was really dumb and very selfish while we're getting yelled at to put their hand up and say, excuse me, but I want to be a teacher.
Yeah.
Do you think that diffused the situation?
No. And everyone's tensions were at a high point during that production. You probably heard us talk about that before, but everyone's tension was like wound up as far as it would go. This was late at night. We'd been rehearsing like all day. It's like 7:30. I don't even think we'd had a meal break properly. I think
No, I don't think we did.
We weren't allowed to leave for meal breaks at this point.
Yeah, and that comment
That comment set him off. It set everyone
It
off.
didn't just set the teacher off. It set a few of the other students off at each other as well. It's just like, why would you say that? And then someone was like, because it's true. And then it was just like, get ready to rumble.
And I'm just sitting there looking at my watch like, we're not getting out of here anytime soon, are we? Jeez.
I don't think we even went to the pub that day. Usually most of those classes we went to the pub to have a settle down. I genuinely think we just went home.
Done, going, bye.
Yeah, I'm just interested. So if you're out there and you have an opinion of this, how far you meant to go, when you meant to stop, give us a message on Facebook to maybe tell us of an incident that you were involved in that you went a bit far, or maybe wish you stopped, or maybe if you want to go further. I just thought it was really interesting. And if that person is listening to the podcast, well, I proved my point, didn't I?
Yes.
You're listening to The Common Room on Unicast. Sucked in.